How you doing, folks? Decided to come back on tonight to make another video. Had a busy day today with the missus. Shopping down the town with her, getting her vape liquid, and then we're up the Tesco's supermarket getting just some stuff for the freezer, and yeah, but it's a very bitter night. Very cold up here in the north of Scotland.
Typical Scottish weather.
Yeah, typical. Nothing changes. But hope yous are all doing great out there, and I hope yous are all enjoying your pipes and tobacco.
What did I order you today, Alan?
Today my wife
Something
ordered me Irish mixture tobacco and some filters, not filters, sorry, but
pipe cleaners. No,
pipe cleaners. Yeah, that's
What is
it.
it?
Yeah, oh, my brain's a bit slow tonight. Tonight I'm smoking out of a Peterson spigot. And this is a Peterson spigot Dublin, and it is PO let me see what that says. It's a number, what's that say? Peterson New Grange. So it's a Peterson New Grange. It's got a rustic feel to it. It's a nice pipe. Smokes well. And tonight I am just smoking some nightcap, which is a nice cut. I like nightcap. Since I stopped smoking over 2 years ago, the pipe, you know, I didn't stock up on my tobacco, so and I'm just starting to get them back in again. Just starting to get some tobaccos. Yeah. I started using these, not thinking they were going to be any good. fillet pads, but actually they are. They give you a very dry smoke, and they also collect quite a bit of gunge at the bottom of your pipe. So I've started putting them in. I think you can get about 4 or 5 smokes out of each one. Now for any few new pipe smokers out there who are just starting to take up the art of pipe smoking, my advice would be to either get a cheap corn cob or a falcon pipe. And start with a very mild tobacco. Don't start with anything too heavy. Start with something like early morning pipe, and if you persevere with it, the rewards are, it's very rewarding. Because I know when my wife got ill, I missed the pipe. I went back onto cigarette smoking, well, handmade rollies. I'm just pouring myself out a cup of coffee, a nice wee flask. Yes, I started, and I was smoking quite a lot of handmade rolled tobacco. Because in order for one to enjoy the pipe, you have to be in a very relaxed environment. If you're uptight or stressed out, things are making your mind worry, you can't just quite settle with it. Well, I couldn't anyway. But I should have. I've been watching quite a few pipe channels. You know, people restoring pipes and now it's always good to have a variety of pipes. So it saves you smoking the same one day in, day out, day in, day out. I know if you're fortunate enough, you can if you're struggling for money, maybe buy 5 or 6 corncob pipes, you know, they're cheap, and rotate them. You don't have to have a Savinelli or a Peterson or a Castello pipe to enjoy the pleasure of a smoking pipe. You can get a great smoke out of a clay pipe.
You won't smoke the clay pipe in a while.
Yeah, I haven't smoked a clay pipe in a while. There's still some pipes I'm digging out. I know I've got a lot of Mr. Brogg pipes and they are fantastic smoking pipes. I've got a box of them put by somewhere and I can smoke out of them, get a 25-pound Mr. Brogg pipe and it'll smoke as good as a 1,000-pound pipe. It's the tobacco they seem to be putting up, the prices. I mind when I first started smoking a pipe, you know, you could get a 50-gram pouch or tin of tobacco for £14, £15 or now you're over 20 quid, £20 a tin. Believe me, which is still cheaper than hand rolling tobacco. I was actually thinking today the history of a pipe. I was actually just thinking, how far back does it go? We know in Europe it goes as far back as the 16th century. But how do we know that the ancient Greeks weren't smoking them? The Romans, you know, we just don't know. We know that the first pipes were clay pipes. That's as far as we're told and believe. There's a lady I watch her name escapes me just now, but she does what you call mudlarking. Now, mudlarking is a thing people used to do way back in the 1900s in London on the Thames. All the kids would do it, trying to get nails or bits of any kind of scrap, you know, anything at all that washed up in the Thames that was worth money. Maybe try and pick as many nails as they could and put them in a bag of some sort and sell them to the scrap merchants. So that's where mudlarking came from. The very, very poor, the children of 5 and 6, 7, 8 year olds would be going at the Thames all year round, in the winter, summer, you know. Very hard life. But whatever, how much scrap they got, could be rags, anything, they would dry them out, and if they got a heap of old rusty nails, and they would take them off and sell their rags, whatever they got, and if you got a penny for it or whatever they got, you know, they sold it. And they would do that in all sorts of weather, rather than go to the poor house. Because it was diabolical in there. Hard work for children. All they got was a bed to sleep on and a bowl of gruel, just like Oliver Twist. And beaten severely if they didn't do their jobs right. So that's why a lot of them would run away and do mudlarking and stuff like that. But there's a lady who does it, and I watch her YouTube channel, and it's fantastic. The amount of clay pipes that she actually finds dating back to the 1700s, you know, really, it's really, really fantastic. All the old clay, the collection she's got of clay pipes that are hundreds of years old. Yeah. I don't know how many of you out there have got clay pipes still. Or smoke a clay pipe. It's a really true taste you get of your tobacco, because, well, clay, it comes from the ground, and tobacco comes from the ground, so it's a natural, pure form of smoking, you know, just like the briar, you know. But there's something about a clay pipe that it gives it that really dry smoke in it, and if you smoke it slow enough, it will smoke cool for you. What goes through your mind when you're sitting by yourself smoking a pipe? Do you get happy memories, sad memories? Or do you just sit and focus on the pipe and the taste of the tobacco? Or maybe sometimes overcomplicate it for yourself? So I'm trying to find the strongest tobacco out there. For myself, I've got a high nicotine tolerance, and I would like to get a tobacco that would be really strong. I think the closest I've came to it is brown twist. I suffer from chronic anxiety. And the only comfort I get from the pipe when I'm by myself, when I'm not making a video or anything like that, is I think deeply about the Lord. I try to run verses through my head and remember. Because I know without Him, I'm nothing. That's not everybody's belief, but it's mine. So I'm looking forward to getting the Irish mixture. It used to be called Irish whiskey, but for some reason they've taken the whiskey name out of it and they just call it Irish mixture. So my wife ordered me 2 tins today, and pipe cleaners. I look forward to getting that. This summer house is absolutely perfect for storing tobacco, because it gets that cold at night time. It just keeps your tobacco naturally moist and cool. I was thinking of getting another pipe, but I don't know. I know my wife's ordered me one for for Christmas. I'm waiting for my micro mesh pads to come through so I can sort out the other stems. I've got some Southern LA pipe polish in the house, and I've got a hand buffer that'll buff the stems up for me and the bowls. But I just thought I'd come back on just to say hello, and may your pipes always be full, may the wind be always at your back, and let your pipes blow free wherever you may be. Take care, folks. God bless, and God be with you all, and take care of yourselves out there. Cheerio.